I'm really concerned.
It just is not enough space.
They can't stay in there. That's not a suitable environment.
Across the country are people who've dedicated their lives rushing to rescue any animal in trouble.
Oh, okay. I think it's a royal python.
And helping stamp out cruelty and neglect.
Bless his heart.
But what does it take to actually become an RSPCA inspector? Well, in this series, we're following the latest batch of recruits as they find out.
You've done so well to get here.
Now let's see how good this group really is.
So far, the trainees have been pushed to breaking with a series of physical challenges.
Excellent.
They've survived a wave of exams testing them on animal welfare law.
Right, let's go.
And have had their first experience of leading investigations.
It is an offence to take a wild bird.
Now it's reached crunch time for the students.
I can't feel any breaks in that wing.
This is their last chance to prove to tutors they can cope running real-life cases.
When I finish a day with you, I feel mentally drained.
And they must pass 2 make-or-break tests. One on land and one out at sea.
I thought I was training for the RSPCA, not the military.
If they can't make the grade,
They are being observed, every step being watched.
they'll be sent home.
It's really important that you get it right.
Who will do enough to make it through to graduation
I can just feel my heart like, ah!
and land their dream job?
Out of my comfort zone.
It's so confusing.
I know.
Oh, absolutely petrifies.
It's late May, and the trainees are being sent out to work on real-life investigations.
We'll catch up with you during the next 4 weeks, seeing how things are going, how you're progressing. All right.
The students are being shadowed by qualified inspectors who will assess their performance
This is what the job is all about.
and decide if they're ready to move on to the last stage of their training, when they'll work alone on probation.
Oh, I can see the cat. Oh, 2 cats.
There's a few issues there.
The students need to show that they're putting that learning into practice. This is the last opportunity for the students to be out with somebody close by.
Good girl.
Come here, puppy.
I think some of them will be apprehensive. The students still could fail the course, so there's a lot of work to do. Okay, go left.
In South Wales, former archaeologist Becky is being prepared for her period on probation by Inspector Selina Griffiths.
I was under no illusion that this course was going to be hard, but this has been, first to admit it, this has been the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Find out what they're feeding, have a look at the packet, explain what they need to do. You could need to be potentially recommending other food.
Yep. There's only one shot at it. It's got to be cutthroat because you've got to know what you're doing. So it's damned hard work.
The pair are on their way to help a cat that's either lost or been abandoned.
Go right.
Last year, the charity dealt with more than 4,500 dumped cats, so it's a job every inspector should be prepared for.
Found a cat in a box. What are we gonna do about it?
We're going to scan it.
Yes?
Yes, we are. We are going to scan it for a microchip.
Yeah?
And we are going to see if we can find an owner for it.
Okay.
If the cat's lost, Becky must trace the owner. Or, if it's been dumped, track down those responsible and hold them to account.
If all fails, we are going to take the cat.
Okay, what are we going to do first before we take the cat?
Ooh,
What do we have to leave?
property receipt.
No.
Poster.
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 Becky must show Selina she can handle the rest of the case on her own. Doing a good job now will help Becky prove she's ready for probation.
You're capable of doing this on your own. Make sure you get plenty of info from him.
Yeah.
And I will see what info you have when you come back.
Okay. Let's
Don't make up any crap.
No.
Get all the details.
Yeah.
Don't forget his name.
This is Becky's first solo door knock. It should be quite simple. The guy's found a cat in a box and he wants to give me the cat. If after 6 months training I can't manage that, then I should give up.
The abandoned cat is being cared for by Joseph, the Good Samaritan who found her.
Hello, come to collect your cat. Is that all right? Thank you.
First on Becky's to-do list is catch the cat.
Oh, he's not happy bunny, is he? If we try him, get him in the towel.
With the pet safely contained, Becky scans for a microchip. If there is one, it could help identify the owner.
No, you're not chipped. So let me just take a few details off you, because we'll have to try and find his home, and then we'll get him on his way.
With no chip, Becky's only chance of tracing the owner is to get the location of where Joseph found the cat.
So, what time did you find him last night?
About 2:15 in the morning.
All right. You work nights then?
Yeah, I'm a mobile patrol officer.
All right. In a box next to your van?
Yes.
Yeah. And was it out the front when he...
No, it was in Nangarrow, in Caerphilly.
Oh, you've not found him here? No. So, do you know what road you were on, or...?
Oof. I don't.
You don't?
Becky believes she's got as much information as she can.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
See ya.
It's time to see if her tutor, Selena, agrees.
Ta-da!
Did you survive?
One cat, not from here. From Nangarrow.
Oh, chipped.
No,
Oh.
he was working last night. He was on call.
Okay, all right. Right. Did you know where in Nangarrow?
He didn't know the street name.
We need more than that. He's going to know where you went on call, surely. Or at least what location you went to. So you were on call last night and you got called to Nangarrow. Where was the call out to?
Industrial estate.
Oh, I should have pushed the guy for a street name. Probably didn't ask enough questions because I was nervous. I was more bothered about getting the cat in the basket. A little bit gutted that I missed something obvious, because if he's on call, then he's obviously got it written down. Hey-ho.
All right, thank you. Bye.
Thanks to Selena's persistence, they're able to find the area where the cat was dumped.
So this is where he was found.
So they can put up animal found posters before taking her for a health check and completing the case.
I think Becky still needs to concentrate a little bit more doing the calls, just getting lots of information from people.
With time running out, Becky needs to up her game soon.
Hey, little guy.
Otherwise, she might have to give up on her dreams of becoming an inspector.
I am quite hard on myself. I beat myself up a lot of the time if I don't get stuff right. No problem. No, not that I can see. You didn't get a great look at him. Especially if I expect to get it right, or if I know I can get it right, and for whatever other reason I've not got it right, that really upsets me. I've never found something so hard before. It's been a lot harder than I expected.
Right, so we know where we're going. We know what we're doing.
Yep.
That's a good start to a day.
Yeah.
180 miles away in Northamptonshire, Georgie, the youngest of this year's trainees, is out with Chief Inspector Jim Lucas.
Are we ready?
I'm ready.
You're not, because you haven't got your seatbelt on.
I've got my seatbelt on.
With nearly 30 years of service under his belt, he's been working the beat since before Georgie was even born.
I've got my reading
It's
glasses.
really bright today.
It is. I can see all the traffic that's going on in front of us. Just can't see what I'm doing. It's old age. You can laugh now, you youngsters, with your eyesight and your hearing.
Despite being so young, Georgie's risked everything, quitting her degree to take her chance at becoming an inspector.
It was quite daunting at first. I was worried that people would look at me and think, oh, she's only 20, she doesn't know what she's doing. leaving uni for the 3rd year was a no-brainer for me. But if I fail, I've kind of got nothing left. And I'm just out, basically.
The two are on their way to check up on a cat that's reported to have problems with its teeth. It sounds simple, but there's also a disagreement between the couple George is meeting and their neighbours about who actually owns the cat.
Hello, I'm Inspector Bowles from the RSPCA. This is Inspector Jim Lucas. We've had a call about...
We know all about it.
Know all about it.
Know all about it.
What do you think it's about?
Well, they're claiming that Lucy, well, we christened her Lucy, is her cat.
Right. Is she not chipped?
She's not chipped.
How old is she?
I've no idea.
I've no idea, to be quite
Because she was a stray.
Despite only being here to assess the cat's welfare, Georgie quickly becomes embroiled in the dispute over who owns the pet.
Now, she came round a few weeks back and that day, and she said that she went missing about 8 or 9 weeks ago, before the snows
But
came.
we've had her 2.5 years.
We've had her 2.5 years.
Right. Going out into the field, I've realised that neighbour disputes are very, very common.
Well, to begin with, we didn't let her in straight away. We put just a cat basket under there, and she used to go in there for shelter.
It's like sometimes people use the RSPCA as like a middleman.
But we've heard stories, and I'm not saying it's gospel.
When actually we've got so much work to do anyway, like, it's not really something we have time to deal with, but we do it on a daily basis. As far as we're concerned, really, we're only here for the welfare of the cat.
As Jim, her assessor, watches on, Georgie looks like losing control of the situation.
I'll make no bones, I'm not letting Lucy go.
The trainee RSPCA inspectors have just 1 week left to prove they're capable of leading investigations.
He's got water here, he's got a food bowl.
And ready to move on to the next stage of the course, a summer spent on probation doing the job by themselves for the first time.
Good boy.
So they're out with tutors,
Hi there, this is just Inspector Kitchen from the RSPCA.
hoping to impress by their handling of complaints.
So what we're looking for now is seeing that confidence in order to be able to knock on the door, assess the situation and give advice on their own without relying on somebody else.
I thought you were a boy because you're handsome.
For many of the students now, this is going to be a real challenge. And for some people, not having that backup of the tutor inspector will be really difficult.
Back in Northamptonshire, George is meant to be checking the condition of a cat with alleged dental issues.
I'll make no bones, I'm not letting Lucy go. You know, I'm sorry.
But as her assessor watches on, she's struggling not to be sidetracked by a couple involved in a neighbourly dispute over who owns Lucy.
Things standing out there, she's not going out.
Right. Right.
Things standing, so, you know,
Right.
don't let her out now.
Right.
Just as things threaten to get out of control, Georgie gets the investigation back on track.
As far as we're concerned, really, we're only here for the welfare of the cat. The concern is that apparently she's got some dental issues that somebody's worried that they're not seeing the vet for. Do you know anything about that?
Dental issues?
Yeah, there's some dental issues.
Finally, Georgie can turn her attention to the cat's teeth.
Looking at her teeth, if she hasn't been to the vets already, I would recommend it.
Is it bad, is it?
It's, well, obviously I'm not a vet, so I can't say if it's really bad or not. It does look a little bit inflamed, and some of her, looks like she's missing a few teeth, and some of them are quite black down the bottom. So I'd just go get it checked out, make sure everything's okay there.
Okay.
Georgie's only worry is the pet is well cared for. So she makes it the couple's responsibility to take Lucy to the vets, whether she's actually theirs or not.
If I could just leave you with this is just saying that you've said you'll take her to the vets about her dental work. Yeah.
Despite her initial difficulties,
Thank you. Bye.
Georgie seemed to cope well with the situation. But what does her tutor think?
How did you feel about this job?
I think it's easy to be thrown off, isn't it, by thinking, like, oh, no.
And get sidetracked into the whole argument that they're going to have. Conversations such as that are extremely common with cats.
I don't really care who owns the cat,
Does it make a difference to us?
as long as whoever has it in their possession when I turn up, if
Looking after it.
is looking after
Exactly.
So, it's so far so good for Georgie. But over in South Wales,
Thank you.
Becky knows she must knuckle down and impress her tutor.
I've kind of written a brief summary of each job and prioritised them by order of importance of job.
On their last shift together, Selina had to step in and help her student. She knows the best way for Becky to improve is for her to take the lead on all their remaining cases.
I will be looking at Becky, again, taking the lead on all the jobs. Really sort of focusing on what she wants people to do with their animals. We just need to get Becky's mind going. I'm going to sound like a dragon tutor now.
Why?
Making a list of everything you do wrong.
To test her skills, Selina wants Becky to be hands-on with as many animals as possible.
Good boy. What are you thinking? Thin. Hey, little one. She's too big.
She also wants to see how Becky handles dealing with all their owners.
Is she the only dog he's ever lived with?
Yeah.
Because people can't see around the back. They think he's got no shelter. The thing is with infections, if you don't get all of them, they come back. Yeah.
With 12 years of experience to draw on, Selina knows it's a case of practice makes perfect.
It's a really common thing when we have students that they want to be exactly as good as us right now.
I think the inspectors out there are really good at building our confidences up.
Let's leave an IS-77.
Yep.
And I'd probably write an IS-19 as well.
But you haven't always got somebody to just give you a little prod and say, yeah, that's the right decision to make. A colleague of ours came a few weeks ago because he wasn't so well. He's been to the vets, has he? It's going to be a huge learning curve on not only dealing with stuff, but dealing with it on your own.
As she works through the jobs, Becky's confidence starts to grow.
He's smelling a little bit. If he's not 100%, it's always best to just pop him back and let them have a look at him.
I think with experience, she'll be able to get a better grasp on the jobs that we deal with.
Not skin and bone, is he? No? Yeah.
Dog's name? Holly. Ooh, you wrote that down. What's our plan then?
Complete and close. Thank you very much for letting us have a look. Yeah? Happy? Yeah. Thank you very much.
Selina's clearly pleased with how Becky is progressing. But time with her tutor is fast running out, so it's crucial Becky continues to improve, or she may not make it onto probation.
When I finish a day with you, I feel mentally drained.
Good,
Which is good, and it's good, that's how it should be.
as a student, you just need to get it in, and just literally overload.
I'm shattered. I don't know how these inspectors do it. You are non-stop. From when your shift starts to when you finish, you are constantly non-stop. It's really important, although you're shattered, that you kind of keep your eye on the game and keep focused and you don't miss anything.
As well as proving themselves out working cases, the students also have to pass a series of tests. If they fail any, they could be sent home.
Well, first of all, we talk about the harnesses. There's loads of attachment points.
Today, they're facing one of their most extreme challenges yet. Course leader Edwina has sent the class to Plas Brennan, the National Mountain Centre in Snowdonia, for roped rescue training.
These are what they call full body harnesses. So there's a waist sit harness component and then there's a chest harness component. So these will be used in rope access.
Qualified inspectors are often called upon to help animals that get themselves into dangerous situations in some of the UK's most inhospitable environments.
We need our inspectors to be trained to use ropes in order to conduct these rescues without putting themselves in harm's way. The trainees need to understand the risks involved. You can't just go and grab a sheep off a cliff edge. So having a knowledge of the situations and the risks involved in that is really critical.
Navigate your helmets.
Soon the group will face a daunting cliff-top test out in the Welsh wilderness. But before that, they need to focus on the basics, starting with learning how to abseil down this 10-meter tall tower. Showing them the ropes is senior instructor Ollie Sanders.
It is quite intimidating standing up here. From previous experience, we will find there's going to be some nervous people. They're not getting an easy ride to start with, that's for sure.
Abseiling off a vertical drop like this is a tall order.
The more you commit yourself to the device, the easier it is to operate, yeah?
Especially if you're afraid of heights.
Try and think about looking at us rather than looking down at the drop.
My Jesus.
Go too far. Stop.
This isn't the first time former probation officer Natalie's had to face down her fears.
We don't have to go up the whole way up that way. Oh my God. It's just quite steep, isn't it?
She struggled with ladder training.
Oh.
Keep it going.
Oh God.
But did eventually make it up to the top.
Perfect. Okay. Deep breath.
Oh God.
Nice and steady, just nice steady steps.
The question today is, will she make it down to the bottom?
You get to the ground, just step off, pick these two off, and you can bring those round for the next person.
Natalie has a nervous wait to find out, because she's going last.
Check, that's locked.
Yeah.
And you're going to lean back, yeah, to get some full weight on this. Okay, and then just keep going, that's it, keep leaning back. Shuffle your feet towards the edge, that's it.
I didn't even think I was scared, and now I'm scared.
Well, you'll be fine.
Despite initial nerves,
there you go, you're off.
All the others make it down safely.
Okay, I'm fine.
I'm on my way. I'll get there when I get there.
How's my ass? Brilliant.
That was all right.
Finally, it's Natalie's turn, and with everyone having passed the test,
Oh, my heart's going a bit.
the pressure's on.
Oh, cheesy Louisey. I mean, we're safe, aren't we? Oh, I shouldn't have looked down.
Okay, that's fine enough. We'll keep leaning back. That's it, remember the sweet spot? There we go, there we go. Keep leaning back, that's it.
No, I'm really scared.
It's all right, keep leaning back. That's it.
I'm shaking like dog.
Keep leaning back, you're all right, that's it.
I don't like how quick it's going. My legs are shaking.
You're almost there. Go on, that's it.
You're fine. You're totally fine.
In the Welsh mountains, the trainee RSPCA inspectors are getting put through their paces, learning all the skills necessary for rope rescues.
There you go, you're off.
So far, everyone has passed their first test, abseiling down this training tower. Everyone, that is, except Natalie, who is last to go and afraid of heights.
Keep leaning back.
After a nervy start, she finally takes a step into the unknown.
You're totally doing it.
Natalie soon discovers it's easier and more thrilling than she thought.
Okay, I'm on this. I've got it. You're on it. You're on fire. No, I'm enjoying it. No, it's really good. Yeah. Oh, this is really good.
I haven't had a reaction like that for a while, I have to say. I mean, she might even be back for a second go.
Amazing. I'm really proud of myself because I thought that I would really struggle. That bit at the very top is scary, I'm not going to lie about that bit. But yeah, once you get going, it's good.
It's a successful start for Natalie and everyone so far. But this is only the beginning. There are tougher tests ahead.
It's dry rock today, which makes a big difference. This can be pretty lethal in the wet.
The students are pushed to the limit, getting to grips with the skills needed to safely negotiate challenging descents.
Yeah, this isn't quite as easy
as the one yesterday.
It's a different challenge for them today because it's a natural environment. The footholds aren't going to be even all the way down. They've now got to sort of think about their feet as well as what's going on in front of them.
Holy moly.
The reality of the day is hard labour in unpleasant conditions, dealing with very dangerous situations.
It's a bit tricky.
I absolutely was papping myself going over that edge. As soon as I got going, I was just having the best time ever. You don't know until you actually get doing something how you're going to feel about it. So yeah, it was a good day.
It's scary though, isn't it?
There's a sheep on a ledge, been there for a while. We need to go down and have a look, get somebody down to it.
The students' training is over. It's time for their assessment. Can they put everything they've learned into practice?
Today we are going to go rescue a fake sheep from a cliff. We're going to get it without putting any of ourselves in danger. And this is all in the rain, so everything's going to be extra slippy. So yeah, pressure is on to rescue the fake sheep.
Course leader Edwina is here to judge the group's performance. Should any trainee fail to impress, they may be asked to leave.
Today it's really quite cold and chilly and damp, and it's an assessment day as well, so they're going to be feeling like they are being observed, every step being watched.
I mean, I could drop the stakes again.
The class are being tested on their ability to rig a rope system that will allow them to abseil down a nearby rock face.
It seems quite scary actually because it's literally just a piece of fabric around a tree and we're going to swing off that and hang off the side of a cliff, but we're going to have a lot of these anchor points around and hopefully it's all quite safe.
With the rig complete, it's time for someone to go and rescue the imaginary sheep.
So we need one volunteer to go down. Deb. Yes.
If there's an opportunity to jump over a cliff, I'm going to take it.
So it's up to Debs to put the rope system to the test.
Just shout directions.
She'd better hope the rest of the class have remembered their training. Otherwise, Debs could be in for a nasty surprise.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
You're all right, you're all right.
I'm fine.
It's not moving now.
You're quite a steep bit up there.
The wet conditions make it hard to find good footholds.
It's really slippy.
But after negotiating a tricky section of the rock face, the ropes are holding fast. And Debs makes it to the bottom.
I've got it.
What up?
Smashed it. It was a little bit hair-raising at the start, but once I got into it and the ropes were nice and tight and I felt really secure, I was confident that my teammates had made it all safe for me.
The group have completed the mission, but have they all passed the assessment?
You put the edge protectors in where it was necessary. This system was good. The tension was about right on the tapes as well. That's it.
Did we do great?
You've all passed. Well done. Let's break it down.
I'm really impressed with actually how they've engaged with it and just got stuck in and been part of the team. It's an important assessment and they've all passed. They've all gone through that flying colours, so yeah, I think they've done really well.
The students have all survived another vital test, but there's still a key part of their training they haven't completed yet.
The main concern with this cat is that it's quite matted.
Proving to tutors they've got what it takes to do the job by themselves.
Such a nightmare day, isn't it?
Was it?
Former lab assistant Jess, along with tutor Inspector Emma Dingley, is on her way to one of the more unusual cases that can crop up.
It's not ideal to have a horse in a back garden.
Yeah.
Just because of all the noises and everything. They need to be in a field really where they're not going to get stressed, but if it's got food and water and there's grass and it's got shelter, then
That's okay.
if it's all right, then yeah, it's all right.
Okay.
but by the sounds of this call, it's on concrete, it's got no food or water. So it's not great, really, is it? Yeah.
Last year, the charity received 80 calls a day about horses. But not many were for ponies in the back garden.
Let's go.
Of a semi.
Hello?
In Rochdale.
I just had a call about your horse. Can I come in and have a look at it? Look at you.
It's like, hi, who have you been?
He's definitely not thin, is he? He looks in really good nick.
Isn't he?
Where have you got him from?
I've had him 2 years. My husband bought him for my wedding present.
Oh,
That's a lovely wedding
well, I
present.
know.
Hi.
Keeping a horse in a back garden is far from ideal. But there's a good reason why Oreo's not out in the fields.
He's here because he ends up with really bad mud rash.
I was going to say, is this, yeah.
Really bad.
Right, okay.
Mud rash is a painful fungal-like infection that thrives in wet conditions and causes acute pain, usually at the bottom of the legs.
It burns him like acid.
Oh, bless
Really
him.
bad, yeah.
So it's best the pony doesn't live in a muddy field. But does Jess think the garden is a suitable alternative?
He's got bedding, he's got water, he's got shelter. He's active, he's alert, he's intrigued. So it's, you know, it's just best for him to be in here anyway. But yeah, he's completely fine. He's happy as Larry.
Are you going to take him out?
Yeah, he goes out every day.
Yeah. So as long as he's getting out and he's just not on this concrete all the time, then that's fine.
Oreo's in rude health, and as he's having these daily trips out to grass, Jess and Emma decide there's no case to answer.
No, you can't eat that.
It's been an unusual job for a trainee to deal with.
Gorgeous, isn't he? Yeah, he's a really nice horse. There's nothing wrong with him. He's just naughty. He's just a cheeky little animal. Not something you see every day either.
He will terrorise you while you're here.
Right. Excuse me. Right, I'm going, leaving you in peace.
Jess is learning that a good inspector must be prepared for the unexpected.
Brilliant inspector, but can't open a gate.
But getting used to the unpredictable nature of the job is something Georgie needs to work on.
Now, I know you're somebody who likes to be prepared for things and know what's going on, but I think it's helpful, certainly in training, for me to see how you respond to a situation where the unexpected happens.
Yeah.
The pair have just received a call about a sick bird, but that's all they know. It's the perfect case for tutor Jim to see if trainee Georgie can think on her feet.
Hello.
The magpie.
Yes, is that what it is?
Please come through.
He's hurt himself and he can't move.
He's been attacked by crows.
Yeah.
And the other.
Oh, he's still alive.
So where do you think the injury is? On its wing?
Yeah, 'cause
Or...
he wouldn't, at first he wouldn't fold his wing in.
No, he can't fly. He just.
And he definitely can't fly. He can hobble along.
And that's about it.
Oh, I can't feel any breaks in that wing. He has got some feathers missing there, but I can't feel any breaks in its wing.
As Georgie investigates further, she starts to suspect it's not the bird's wing that's the problem.
Whether he got hit by a cow, I don't know.
Right. I'm thinking it's a
Some
potential
sort of head
injury.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Okay, well, we'll take him away from you.
He's quite feisty.
He is feisty, but he keeps like falling over to one side or tilts forward, doesn't he? Yeah. Very odd. Okay.
The magpie has clearly experienced a huge head trauma, leaving Georgie with only one possible course of action.
Can't really put it into any rehabilitation because there's no breaks or anything to fix, is there? So the best action is euthanasia.
I think so. Probably not here.
No.
Probably take it somewhere a bit more discreet.
Quiet. Yep.
And but yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
It's clear Georgie's handling of this tricky case has shown Jim she's getting better at going with the flow.
Do you start to feel more comfortable about kind of rolling with events?
Yeah.
To a degree.
Yeah.
Good.
At the start of this course, I was really like, I don't know, like, could I knock on someone's door? And I think I was just so worried about, I need to know every single piece of information
A couple of mil will be fine. Once we've got it drawn up, I'll get you to then secure the bird and indicate where you're going to inject it.
I don't even know if I've got more confidence or if I'm just more relaxed.
Now, to draw off to 2 mil, if it will come, yeah.
Now I'm just like, you never know all the information, you just have to go with what you know. So I've just got to go with it, basically.
So you see, he's immediately lost consciousness, hasn't he? So that's an indication that you've managed to put the drugs into a major organ.
Yeah.
So they've been absorbed really quickly and have acted really quickly.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Georgie's finally beginning to learn how to think on her feet when arriving at call-outs. And this change in attitude has come just in time.
This is her last operational day as part of her field training. Next time she goes out, she will be on her own. But it doesn't need to worry her. She's very confident, she's very competent. I think she's going on to be an excellent inspector.
The students are due to be sent out soon on probation. But before that, there's still one assessment everyone must pass, their Level 2 powerboat handling qualification. Around 100 rescues every year require the boat teams to swing into action, often because of remote, inaccessible locations.
Can you get down that way?
It's difficult.
But extreme weather can also mean animals.
You got him? Yep, got him.
And their owners need saving from their own homes.
That's it. There you go. Nice and gently in.
Okay, ladies, welcome to Castle Activity Centre. So we're here for our Powerboat Level 2 course this week.
Tasked with bringing the students up to speed with powerboats is Rob Pavley, who's been lead instructor here for the last 5 years.
We're going to be practicing loads of different skills. We're going to cover all sorts of boats, so the type that you're most likely to use in your day-to-day job are going to be the smaller ones with a little outboard on the back. We've also got some slightly larger ribs we're going to be using with a steering wheel and a throttle. We're going to be practicing some skills, look at anchoring, mooring. So we'll get kit on and we'll go powerboating.
The week-long course sees them push to the limit. Out on the water as they learn to pilot the different boats used in rescues.
Honestly, I thought I was training for the RSPCA, not the military.
Back on shore, they must become experts in all the theory needed to navigate safely.
When you're out in your boats and you're looking up Southampton water, you are looking north and west, aren't you?
We continuously assess them, so a mixture of theory work, classroom stuff, practical work on land, and of course, practical driving.
But can they put all this training into practice when it really matters?
Okay, are we ready?
The students are being asked to carry out a boat rescue. This will be the last make or break assessment the group face on the course.
So these are the casualties we'll be picking up. So for the Powerboat Level 2 course, we're pretending it's a person, but obviously in your role, it could be a sheep, a swan, a dog. These guys are going in the sea, we're not.
A rescue at sea is the ultimate test of everyone's skills. And to add to the challenge, the weather's taken a turn for the worse.
The conditions are deteriorating rapidly. We had glorious sunshine and now it is chucking it down and it is windy and it is very, very, very choppy out there, and choppy means bumpy and bumpy means sick.
Jess, in particular, isn't looking forward to the testing conditions.
Quite a confident swimmer, but hopefully I won't fall off.
There you go.
It's fair to say none of the trainees have experienced rough seas like this so far.
Sorry, guys. Is there like a skill to not make the waves splash up?
Not really.
No.
Jess, in particular, appears to flounder, positioning her boat so the boy can be rescued.
So keep going, you're going to need a bit of power now because you turn towards the wind.
Oh my gosh.
So we need to turn around, go downwind.
speak to your crew, make sure they know.
I'm turning round.
That's a nice slow approach. Awesome. Good driving.
Oh, no.
Oh, I lost her. Oh. Good. Should we go again? Take control of your crew. You're in charge right now. And as we get there, we're going to turn. Oh, that's all right. That's okay. We can get her. Oh, or can we? No. Turn around then. That's loads of space.
In the choppy seas, Jess struggles to control the boat.
Everyone here. Jeez, boat's all over the place.
After a tense few goes, eventually Jess wins the battle against the wind and waves and draws up directly alongside the boy.
Hey, that was excellent driving. Well done, you. Watch out.
Everyone's made it through their last make or break test and are relieved to be back on dry land.
So we have got a bit of a presentation. Natalie K, Nat H, and Debs, Rowena, Jeff K, and Georgina. Fantastic. You've now got proof that you can drive a powerboat, so you know everything you need to know.
The students have been under intense pressure during the last 7 months of training.
Can't believe it's my last day. Next time I'll be on my own.
Yeah.
Their passion and perseverance has been rewarded as they've grown into the role of inspector.
So I'm gonna go in here. She was super stressed then, wasn't she?
The trainees have proven to their tutors they're now ready to go it alone, investigating cases without their support.
The students, I think, will be feeling excited about getting out there now and just getting on with the job.
Thanks for your time.
Take care.
A huge amount of hard work has gone in. The long, long hours, the stress that's caused, the amount that they've had to learn in that time. I think the students will feel ready now.
But what about Becky? Mistakes she made led to a dip in confidence.
When I finish a day with you, I feel mentally drained.
Tutor Selena helped her focus on her animal handling and people skills, hoping her student would get her self-belief back.
I don't know if I'm a perfectionist. I think I'm quite hard on myself. Beat myself up a lot of the time if I don't get stuff right. I've not found it easy. I've almost given up more times than I expected. But I've picked myself up and dusted myself down and got in my van and come back. So I'm proud of myself.
I find a lot of students, when they come out with us, they compare themselves to us, and if they're not as good as us right there and then, they don't think they're very good. But I've got 12 years experience. It'll stay on for 3 months. We won't come out, but I'll let the local officer know of what's happening. It'll come. She's definitely got it all there. She's got it all there to be a really good inspector.
I have a feel on because I want to practice holding cats. You're beautiful, aren't you?
She's gorgeous.
Yeah. I've not always wanted to be here, but I've got there in the end. So I'm proper proud of my achievements.
It's a crucial lesson to learn, and just in time, because Becky and everyone's time out with inspectors is over.
If you think back to 7 months ago and how you all felt, do you feel the same person?
Back at HQ, the students are being prepared for the final and toughest part of their year-long training, running real-life investigations alone on probation.
No matter how confident you feel, I think going out and being an inspector is very, very different.
I'm really excited about being challengeable. I just can't wait to get out in the field and just dealing with all the different things that pop up.
Take care of yourselves, because if you look after yourselves, then you can look after animals.
I'm glad that we're going out in the summer. It's the busiest time of year, isn't it, for inspectors?
We've still got a lot of work to do. Got to show that we're all capable of doing the job.
So good luck, enjoy, and don't forget that we're always on the end of the phone.